One of the using Photoshop is to rotate around a point. So you know how to grab a corner and rotate it, use transform to flip it horizontally or vertically. But you can also rotate around a point. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. So if I draw a shape, any shape, honestly, I'm just going to draw an ellipse right here. And I'm going to go ahead and give it some properties so that we can see it. Let's just make it red, for instance. And then I use my move tool. I'm going to zoom in just a little bit. There's this little crosshairs in the center that is your pivot point that is going to rotate around. So right now, if I rotate, it's just going to be spinning around that. Okay. If I move that off to the side and spin, it's going to spin it around that. Okay, what we want to do is move that pivot point to the exact center of our artboard. And so it doesn't snap into place, but you can get it close and then go up to the options panel up here in X and Y. That's where that pivot point is. If this box is not checked, it means that it's not going to actually, you're not going to be able to see it. So make sure that that's checked first. And then because of this document is 12 inches by 12 inches at 300 pixels per inch, it's actually 3600 pixels by 3600 pixels. So we just need to find the exact center, which is 1800 pixels. X-axis and the Y-axis is the same. Okay, and then if we want to rotate it, we're going to go ahead and do the different degrees that we want. So you need to think about this being divisible by, it goes into 360. So 20 degrees would be adequate. Okay, and then I'm going to click done. Now what I've done is I've just set up that transformation process and it hasn't duplicated it. However, if I use Shift Command Option T, then I can rotate it and duplicate it at the same time. But remember, you have to set up that rotation point and degrees to rotate first. So now I'm going to just go ahead and press Shift Option Command T, and it duplicates it around that center point that we've set up. And so now it goes just like that. So depending on what kind of object you use, it's going to either duplicate it in the center here, or it's just going to create a new layer of each duplicate. If that's the case, then you need to select all the layers and merge them together. So all of those duplicated layers to put them into one layer so it's easier to edit. So hopefully that helps. Just remember that you need to set up the rotation point and degrees to rotate first, and then press Shift Command T.